Carl W., my question is, in your mind, who do you feel is the best in-ring performer that you have ever been in the ring with?
Oh, a lot of them are great. See, a great in-ring performer is only as great as the guy he's with, because you're working in tandem. You see, after making a 300-mile trip one way, and I get in the ring with this great ring technician, guess what? I'm not much in a mood to go out there and do it with him. I don't want to dance. I just want to go through the motions and give the fans a decent match. But after they wear your butt out on the travel, and the guy's tired too, and that's when you get hurt, when both of you are tired. But there's been a lot of great ring technicians. I bet you've never heard of this guy, James, Dickie Steinborn. You ever heard
I
of
don't
him?
think so, no. No.
Tremendous. And this is it was back before I even got in the business. But that guy could do it all. And the reason he wasn't a bigger star was because of this. He had a big mouth. And he kept telling the promoters what to do. And it may have been a good idea. They didn't want to hear it from any of the talent. Not the one they didn't hire to actually help them out. Some of the great old-time workers years ago, Jody Hamilton, you've heard of him.
Mm-hmm.
Another one, of course, the Briscoes. I'm thinking of Eddie Graham. Remember him? He owned. Now this is years ago. I'm gonna have to bring this forward a little bit, but there's been a lot of in-ring workers that were really good. Here's one that I don't think he hurt himself more than anything else. Brian Pillman. He could really, really go. People liked him, former pro football player, but Brian had demons and they couldn't depend on him because when he was doing, the drugs, they couldn't depend on him to show up. So if that's a concern that the booker has, he's not going to do much with you. And I think they tried to do some stuff with him, but I think he kind of was his own worst enemy. Now, if you're talking about the greatest workers of all time, that's just an opinion.
No, that was specifically that you got in the ring with, though, because you actually laid hands on and just thought,
Okay.
wow, this guy's fantastic.
Well, I think a lot of it doesn't depend on how much the guy can do. It's his timing. And nobody had better timing than Lawler. He knew what to do, when to do it, how long to do it, when to get out of it. And I don't think he was taught that. He just kind of learned it. And I don't know who would have taught it to him. But but he was over so much. Eventually he learns by trial and error. But he has great timing. He doesn't do a lot of flashy stuff, but what he does do has meaning and the fans react to it. And you can't stay on top in a territory and draw big money over a 20-year period unless you're over. And he was over in Memphis.